Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bible in the Year, day 206, I believe. We're going to be reading Isaiah 5 and 6 and Matthew 21, verses 12 through 32. I'm trying to talk. You're talking over me.
What? 206 is 206.
206 is the same as 206. Potato.
206 is more professional.
No, 206 is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I've lived a lot longer than you have, woman. Professional. Jeez. Okay.
Oh my god.
Isaiah 5 and 6.
It's dark outside. My friend's signed to sleep already.
Okay, good. Isaiah chapter 5, God's disappointing vineyard. Oh no. Now let me sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved regarding his vineyard. My well-beloved has a vineyard on a very fruitful hill. He dug it up and cleared out its stones and planted it with the choicest vine. He built a tower in its midst and also made a winepress in it. So he expected it to bring forth good grapes, but it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, please, between me and my vineyard. What more could have been done to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Why then, when I expected it to bring forth good grapes, did it bring forth wild grapes? And now, please let me tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away its hedge, and it shall be burned, and break down its wall, and it shall be trampled down. I will lay it waste, it shall not be pruned or dug, but there shall come up briars and thorns. I will also command the clouds that they rain or not that they rain no rain on it. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah are his pleasant plant. He looked for justice, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry for help. Impending judgment on excesses. Woe to those who join house to house. They add field to field till there is no place where they may dwell alone and in the midst of the land. In my hearing, the Lord of hosts said, truly, many houses shall be desolate, great and beautiful ones, without inhabitant. For 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bath, and a homer of seed shall yield one ephah. Woe to those who rise early in the morning, that they may follow intoxicating drink, who continue until night, till wine inflames them. The harp and the strings, the tambourine and flute and wine are in their feasts, but they do not regard the work of the Lord, nor consider the operation of his hands. Therefore, my people have gone.
Oh my gosh.
Therefore, my people have I don't care who cares. I want to see it. It's for me. It's not for anyone else. Shoot. I'll give a rip. Okay. Therefore, my people have gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. Their honorable men are famished. Do you know what famished means?
I forgot what it meant.
I'm famished.
Tired? Depressed?
I'm famished.
Hungry.
Yes.
So you're starving.
Yeah. Their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Their Sheol has enlarged itself and opened its mouth beyond measure. Their glory and their multitude and their pomp. Their pomp. Pomp. P-O-M-P. Pomp. Their glory and their multitude and their pomp. What is pomp?
No.
See, we learn words when we read. It's awesome. That's the good thing about reading.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Pomp.
It's hard to learn them when I'm almost half asleep.
Ceremony and weren't you just asleep for hours during the day while I was out working and getting groceries? Okay.
I was getting my beauty sleep.
Pomp, ceremony, and splendid display, especially at a public event. Splendid display. Pomp. Like a you go to see a where bands play and it's a parade. It's display. I don't know. Ceremony and splendid display, especially ostentatious, boastful, or vanity. Oh, vanity. You're showing it off. Look at this. What is the meaning of the book? Okay, so multitude and their pomp, and he who is jubilant shall descend into it. People shall be brought down, each man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, and God who is holy shall be hallowed in righteousness. Then the lambs shall feed in their pasture, and in the waste places of the fat ones strangers shall eat. Woe to those who draw iniquity with cords of vanity and sin, as if with a cart rope, that say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it. And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw near and come, that we may know it. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Oh, that's a good one right there. See, woe to those who call good evil. Remember that song by Michael Jackson called Bad? Oh, you're bad. That's bad. We used to say that in the 80s. Bad means good. Now when people see something, not anymore. I don't think people see it. That's sick. That means good. But sick doesn't mean good. It means something bad. Like when you're sick, that's not good. So it says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe to men mighty at drinking wine. Woe to men valiant for mixing intoxicating drink, who justify the wicked for a bribe and take away justice from the righteous man. Therefore, as the fire devours the stubble and the flame consumes the chaff, so their root will be as rottenness, and their blossom will ascend like dust, because they have rejected the law of the Lord of hosts and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore, the anger of the Lord is aroused against his people. He has stretched out his hand against them and stricken them, and the hills trembled. Their carcasses were as refuse in the midst of the streets. For all his anger is not turned away, but his hand is outstretched out still. But his hand is stretched out still. He will lift up a banner to the nations from afar, and will whistle to them from the end of the earth. Surely they shall come with speed swiftly. No one will be weary or stumble among them. No one will slumber or sleep. Nor will the belt on their loins be loosed, nor the strap of their sandals be broken, whose arrows are sharp and all their bows bent. Their horses' hooves will seem like flint, and their wheels like a whirlwind. Their roaring will be like a lion. They will roar like young lions. Yes, they will roar and lay hold of the prey. They will carry it away safely, and no one will deliver. In that day, they will roar against them like the roaring of the sea. And if one looks to the land, behold, darkness and sorrow, and the light is darkened by the clouds. Isaiah chapter 6. Isaiah called to be a prophet. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting on the throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above it stood seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face. With 2 he covered his feet. And with 2 he flew. And one cried to the other and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door were shaken by the voice of him who cried out, and the house was filled with smoke. So I said, Woe is me, for I am done, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then one of the seraphim flew to me, having in his hand a live coal, which he had taken with the tongs from the altar. And he touched my mouth with it and said, Behold, this has touched your lips. Your iniquity is taken away and your sin purged. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me. Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?
I'm sorry, I heard Zena making growling noises.
Here am I, send me. Oh, yeah, sometimes she gets annoyed by Bailey. And he said, Go and tell this people, keep on hearing, but do not understand. Keep on seeing, but do not perceive. Make the heart of this people dull and their eyes heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and return and be healed. Then I said, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities are laid waste and without inhabitant, the houses are without a man, and the land is utterly desolate. The Lord has removed men far away, and the forsaken places are many in the midst of the land. But yet a tenth will be in it, and will return and be consuming as the terebinth tree, or as an oak whose stump remains when it is cut down, so the holy seed shall be its stump. Okay, now it's Matthew 21, verses 12 to 32. 12 to 32.
Well, you should see how the ladies resting on the pillow down there.
Okay, 12 to 32. 12 to 32. She always does that. I always want to do that. 12 to 32. The 12 to 32.
I said her like that.
21, 12 to 30, 32. That's her submissive position. Okay, Matthew 21, 12 to 32. Jesus cleanses the temple. Then Jesus went into the temple of God and drove out all those who bought and sold in the temple. Went into the temple and drove out all those who bought and sold in the temple, and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. And he said to them, it is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. Then the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying out in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were indignant and said to him, do you hear what these are saying? And Jesus said to them, yes. Have you never read, out of the mouth of babes and nursing infants, you have perfected praise? That's what they say, out of the mouth of babes. When someone little says something, they go, oh, out of the mouth of babes. Okay, does this go to, okay, 32. Then he left them and went out of the city of Bethany, and he lodged there. The fig tree withered. Now in the morning, as he returned to the city, he was hungry. And seeing a fig tree by the road, he came to it and found nothing on it but leaves, and said to it, let no fruit grow on you ever again. Wow. Immediately the fig tree withered away. So Jesus was hungry, and he went, oh, fig tree. There's no figs on this tree. You don't get to grow any more fruit. And then it just all curled up and withered. That's pretty powerful. The lesson of the withered fig tree. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how did the fig tree wither away so soon? So Jesus answered and said to them, assuredly,
The Son of
what?
God. How did it wither away? Because God commanded it to.
Well, let's see what he says. Assuredly, I say to you, if you have faith and no doubt, and not doubt, you will not only do what was done to the fig tree, but also if you say to this mountain, oh, I love this. Okay. If you say to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, it will be done. And whatever things you ask in prayer, believing, you will receive. Jesus' authority questioned. Now, when he came into the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people confronted him as he was teaching and said, by what authority are you doing these things? And who gave you this authority? But Jesus answered and said to them, I also will ask you one thing, which if you tell me, I likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, where was it from? From heaven or from men? And they reasoned among themselves, saying, if we say from heaven, he will say to us, why then did you believe him? Did you not believe him? But if we say from men, we fear the multitude, for all count John as a prophet. So they answered Jesus and said, we do not know. And he said to them, Neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things. We don't know. We don't want to strap ourselves. Well, forget it. I ain't telling you either. The parable of the two sons. But what do you think? A man had two sons, and he came to the first and said, Son, go, work today in my vineyard. He answered and said, I will not. But afterward he regretted it and went. Then he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir. But he did not go. Which of the two did the will of his father? So who do you think did the will of his father? The father had two sons, and one son, he said, go do this work in the vineyard. And he's like, no. And then he's like, later on, oh, dang, I was mad. That was mean. Okay, I'll go do it. So he did it. And then the other one goes, he said the same thing to the other son, go do the work in the vineyard. And he's like, I'll go. Okay, yes, sir. And the dad walks away and he's like, I'm going to go sleep. So when one said no and did it, and the other said yes and didn't do it.
That's a bit ironic.
That's hard, right?
That's a bit ironic to me.
Okay. So, which of them did the will of the Father? They said to him, the first, because the first one actually did it. Jesus said to them, okay, let's see, he says, assuredly, I say to you that tax collectors and harlots enter the kingdom of God before you. For John came to you in the way of righteousness, and you did not believe him. But tax collectors and harlots believed him. And when you saw it, you did not afterward relent and believe him.
That's it, guys.
God bless.
God bless y'all. Have a good night.